Grade 2, Module 1. Artists use a variety of media, tools, and materials. Our essential questions are, what are the tools and media that artists use? And how do artists choose the medium? When we finish, you will be able to look at works of art and tell if they're made of media that you've used. You will be shown pictures of media you have used and match the media to pictures of artworks. These are the art standards. You will begin to learn the use of different art media. You'll begin to use the use of basic tools and art-making processes. You will create the look of depth in an artwork. You will compare your ideas shown in your art with someone else's. And you will compare different responses to the same artwork. You will explain how artists use their work to show their experiences and their ideas. The extra standards, just for Lesson 1, are discuss artists in the community who create different kinds of art, and write about something that happened using details about actions, thoughts, and feelings, using words that tell the order in which things happen, and give it an ending. Our vocabulary is medium, media, felt tip pen, and emote. A medium is a material that you use to make the art that becomes part of the art. Media is the plural for medium. It's one of those exceptional words. So instead of saying mediums, we say media. A felt tip pen is a pen that's like a marker. Emote. To emote is to show emotion. Happy, sad, angry. I've added 2 more words to the list. Tool, which is anything you use to make the art that doesn't become part of the art, like a felt tip pen or a brush. And process is the way you use the media and tools to make the work of art. Artists use lines to create a mood in their artwork. What's a mood? Exactly, it's a feeling. And when you're writing, you illustrate, so you need to know how to put a mood or a feeling into your illustration that will go along with your story. So that's what we're going to work on today. Now, the big question is how do artists know which lines go with which feelings? Well, it's really simple. If you pay attention to what your body does, if you think of your body as a long line, if you pay attention to what your body does when you are having a certain feeling, that's what you want your lines to do. Show me what your body wants to do when you're excited. Exactly. You want to be up. You never get excited and say, I want to go lie down. I'm so excited. Our bodies want to be up. Even if somebody makes us sit down, we don't lean back. We're straight up. So that tells us that excited lines go up. They don't have to go straight up, just up. I mean, think about how exciting a volcano is. It goes up and out. And how about fireworks? They go up and then fan out. And let's think about the opposite. What does our body want to do when we're relaxed? Yes, it wants to get horizontal. Good word. Horizontal lines are very relaxing. That's why people like pictures of oceans and lakes and rivers in their homes, because the line on the top of the water is always horizontal and it's very relaxing. Even when we sit down to watch television, our body's trying to get horizontal because we want to be relaxed and enjoy it. Everybody, show me what sad looks like. happening to your body? Yes, our shoulders are drooping down, our head drops forward, and our arms are loose. There's nothing stiff about being sad. We're kind of saggy and droopy. So, if we're writing a sad story, we want our illustrations to have some sad, droopy lines. I see a lot of you sticking your elbows out in front of you or to the side. And everybody's eyebrows are trying to point at their nose. Like Angry Birds. Think about the dog when he's angry. He shows us his pointy teeth. And the cat goes even one more step. She shows us her pointy claws. And the big guy in the cartoons, when he's angry, they showed lightning bolts in the sky. Now those are pointy lines. The photographer even messed this guy's hair up so it looks pointy. He looks even more angry because of that. So we can say that angry lines look pointy. Here's a photograph by the famous photographer Ansel Adams, and this is just trees. But the way he's lit it so that the lines look like they're going up adds a lot of energy and excitement and makes it a really interesting picture to look at. Here's a landscape by Claude Monet. What kind of lines do you see in it? Yes, horizontal. And what's the feeling we associate with horizontal lines? Yes, relax. This looks like it's on a really nice, relaxing spring day. Here's an illustration by Philip Evergood. And how does the girl look like she feels? Yes, she looks sad, doesn't she? But really, look closely at her face. Does her face look sad? Not so much sad, right? Maybe like she's thinking or she's a little bit angry. But the reason that we are experiencing this, or we think it looks sad, is because of the droopy lines. Look at the way the fence is sagging where she's got her foot on it. And look at the houses in the background. They're not up straight. They're kind of saggy. And that's what's actually giving us the idea that this is a sad picture. Here's another landscape by Arthur Lismer. And this one looks a little angry. Even the sky is looking angry. But let's see what he's done to give it that angry feeling. Look at the tops of these waves. They're pointed. Look how the grass is. Look at this line. See the trees out here that are pointy? And we've got the hills pointy. And this just all adds up together to give us kind of an angry feeling. Charles Birchfield made his nighttime forest look a little scary by using pointy lines. Okay, it's our turn. We're going to make cartoons out of the number 8. I call them emoting 8s. And that's going to help us remember to just pay attention to our body to tell us what kind of lines we should use when we want to create a certain mood in our illustrations or paintings or drawings. Our media for this work of art are drawing paper and black felt tip pen. The pen is much better than the pencil because we get more of a contrast with the white and the black than we do with the gray of the pencil. And the felt tip pen slides over the paper much more smoothly and easily than a pencil. So we're going to go ahead and fold our paper in half. Then we want to make our first 8. We don't want to make snowman 8s. They're not funny. They're stiff. We want to make 8s like we normally do, where you make an S and you go back to where you started. Now, we're doing cartoons that we want to be funny, so we can make them fast, and if they're a little lopsided, that's even better. So you want to make them about the size of your hand as quickly as you can. And then, what did we say about excited? Well, let's write that. Let's write excited. And what did we say about the lines? Yes, they're going up. So make some lines going up. Doesn't matter what kind, just lines. And then over here, let's just write up. Good. Now, we want to have some important lines going up here. So let's put his little arms going up. Now, how many fingers do we have on one hand? Right, 5. Cartoons have 4. They have 3 fingers and a thumb. So when we're making the hands, though, let's not attach the fingers. It looks like bird feet. What we can do is not attach the fingers, and then it looks like he's so excited as his fingers are flying off, and it looks like a firecracker, which makes it more exciting. So let's give him little firecracker hands. Now, his arms are stiff, so we don't want his legs to be stiff too. So let's just give him a little short leg going up on each side. And then let's extend it out a bit. And then 2 little feet going up for another line going up. And can you tell what he's doing or what's happening? Right, exactly. He's jumping or falling. We don't know which yet. Now, we laugh when we don't expect something. It surprises us. So, but surprise has to happen really quickly. So, what we want to do is use as few lines as we need to. Fewer details, the better when you're trying to be funny. So, all we need for his face are 3 ovals, 2 little ones, and a great big one. Now, what's he doing? He's jumping. Okay. We have to decide, is he on his way up or is he on his way down? If he's on his way down, just make 3 lines up here. And if he's on his way up, make 3 lines down here. You can choose. Make sure that the lines don't touch his body. For instance, if those touched his body, he'd look like he had 3 weird hairs. And instead of getting the joke, we'd be looking at, like, what's going on with 3 hairs. So we want to make sure that we're clear. Then, in the spirit of cartooning, let's put an upside-down V and a little oval around it. And there's our excited guy. It's excited to win the lottery, but it's excited, too, to be chased by a bear. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see. Let's do angry. Why don't we go ahead and write angry first? And what did we say about angry lines? They're pointy. So let's make a little lightning bolt line. And let's write pointy over here. So it helps us remember. Now, make your 8. Good. We want to get as many points in there as we possibly can. So let's stick his knees out. Then, if we put his feet going out, we get another point at the ankles. And if we put his hands on his hips, we get another point at the elbow. Then, when we're angry, we don't actually put our hands on our hips. We put our wrist on our hip, and our hand sticks out. So let's do that. Make his little hands stick out. That gives us another point. Now, what we need, we only want him to look angry, and that means we can't put pointy lines on his face. If we put pointy lines on his face, he's going to look, well, he can look angry, but he's going to look mean or evil, and we don't want this guy to do that. We just want him to look angry. And if you want to do a mean, evil character later, then use pointy lines on his face. So, one thing we do, though, is we can use placement of the face. When somebody lifts their chin when they're looking at us and they're angry, they don't look very threatening. But if they drop their chin and look up at us, whoa, that looks a lot more threatening. So we're going to keep his face high. And all we're going to do is sad line, happy line touching it, and 2 dots. He's mad. Let's go on. Now, this time, let's do sad, but let's not do an 8, okay? What did we say about sad lines? Right, they're droopy, so we can make some lines that go up, and then they're just kind of droopy. So let's write droopy. We also said saggy, didn't we? So if you want to write saggy, go ahead. Now, let's just make a circle this time and put a scalloped line around it. What do you think it is? A lion? Yeah, it could be, couldn't it? Yes, it's a flower. So, we want him to look droopy, so let's go ahead and make like a candy cane stem. And we want his leaves to be droopy, so we can go out and just kind of make a wavy line going down. A little line down it. Looks like bacon. And if you want to, you can make another leaf on the other side. And we'll make that one. So he's got droopy leaves. That already looks sad, doesn't it? We have to stop and think, how do we want somebody to react to our drawing? Yes, if he's sad, we want them to go, "Aww." Now, if we want somebody to go, "Aww," our character has to look sweet or cute. If he doesn't look sweet or cute, they'll just go, "Hey, he'll get over it." So, we want a sweet or cute character. Now, there is a formula for making a character look sweet or cute. Just like in math and science, we use formulas. So if we want a character to look cute, we give it a big head. Well, we're on our way. We have a big head. And think about Hello Kitty. I mean, that cat has one big head and a little tiny nose and two tiny eyes and no mouth. So he has tiny facial features and a big head and really, really cute. So we can apply that. We want tiny facial features, a big head. Now, think about Tweety Bird. You know, of Tweety and Sylvester? Tweety has a huge yellow head and big eyes and a little bitty beak. But his eyes and his beak are down toward the bottom of his head. So we want to put the face down toward the bottom of the head. Now, when somebody's looking down, even if they can see their feet, to us, if we're standing in front of them, it looks like their eyes are closed. So that's what we're going to use. And also, something else that will make your drawing look cuter is keep the eyes a little farther apart. So we want big head, small facial features, down low in the head, and keep the eyes apart. And let's see what that gives us. Aww. So there's our sad little flower. Now, let's go to our last page, and let's do relaxed. Okay, so what do we say about relaxed lines? Horizontal. They are horizontal. And let's make some horizontal lines. You can make them any way you want. Looks a little like lasagna, huh? Okay, now, relaxed lines are horizontal. Well, we're not used to making an 8 horizontally, so this is what artists do. We just turn the paper. Now, make sure when you turn the paper for this one that the fold is on the top, and then make your 8. And now, for his first arm, make a skinny V, and then put a teeny dot in the opening. And then for his other arm, make a wide V and stop at the dot. Now, we want him to look like he's all curled up with his head on his hands. So we'll just make 2 curved lines for his hands. And then for his feet, or his legs, we'll make a skinny upside down V and put a dot in the opening. And then a wide upside down V and stop at the dot. And for his feet, just 2 little lines going up. And then for his face, let's just make 3 happy lines. 2 little ones, keep them far apart.